I've been really, really busy lately with like school and stuff. I just realized the camera's tilting. I've been really busy with like school stuff lately, to the point where I'm not sleeping a lot. I'm completely ignoring texts from friends, and I just feel like I'm dying. Um, I don't think I'm dead yet. Key term being I don't think. So I feel like I'm gonna cry on the show, but I won't. I won't cry on the show. I will drink on the show though. Jesus Christ. Ugh. All right, bottoms up, kids. All right, time to do the clap. Commencing clap in 3, 2, 1.
Rytalk12.
When I was in my second year of film school, I had the opportunity to take a film studies class. And in one of the classes, we had a TA come up, and she mentioned to us that in the past, the school used to run a film analysis course. And the whole point of this course was to analyze the Orson Welles film, Touch of Evil. Now, that alone sounds kind of weird, a whole class analyzing one movie, but the way she framed the discussion around this movie was incredibly fascinating. Basically, the whole thing they would do is they would watch the movie, but every week they would analyze a specific portion of the movie. And by that I mean 1 week they would watch the movie just normally. The next week they'd watch a different cut of the movie. The week after that, they would watch the movie but without its soundtrack. The next week they'd watch it without the picture, so it was just the sound. That sounds like the most incredible thing to me. And after I heard that, I was like, what an incredible way of like analyzing a movie. If I could teach a film class, if Ryan TOCHERI could teach a film class at the GOOSHLEMS Film School, University of Fun, what movie would I analyze for, 8-9 weeks straight? And it dawned on me. I would watch Alien 3. Alien 3 is a 1992 sci-fi epic. I use the word epic very loosely. It's a very low-key and very claustrophobic movie that was directed by David Fincher. Brian Fincher. Oh my god, I'm going to lose my film cred. David Fincher. And it was released in 1992 to a resounding... The previous two Alien movies, Alien and Aliens, had received widespread acclaim. Now, this movie did not receive widespread acclaim, and while the story is far too vast to get into, there was a ridiculous amount of production problems. The studio would not let David Fincher do what he wanted. I believe he was in his 20s when he directed this movie. And, of course, now he's one of the most respected directors in Hollywood, and I believe his most recent movie is sort of like a big Best Picture contender at the Oscars this year. But at the time, he kind of like got screwed over by this movie, and it's really disappointing that the theatrical cut was seen by critics and fans as a disjointed and confusing mess, and Alien 3 to this day is slapped with that label. But the story doesn't end there. Alien 3 has a second cut. Now, Alien and Aliens also have multiple cuts, and you can debate about which cut you prefer. The thing about Alien 3 is it's pretty much unanimous that this second cut, called the Assembly Cut, is not only a significantly better version of the movie, it stands to be as good and as masterful as the first two films. I love Alien 3. I think Alien 3 is a great movie with a lot of really complex and very dark themes to it. I can talk about analyzing this movie for weeks. Alien 3 stars some of my favorite actors, like Paul McGann and his friends Sigourney Weaver and Charles Dance. Paul McGann, in case you didn't know, is the world's most famous shafted actor. Paul McGann is an incredible performer. He is legitimately one of my favorite actors of all time, and he consistently gets cast in huge roles and then get cut in the editing room. The best examples of this are Alien 3, which we'll get to in a second, Steven Spielberg's Empire of the Sun, where he apparently played a significant role and then it just kind of like shows up in the end of the movie in the theatrical version because they cut all his scenes. He's literally in the movie. He was like a main character apparently in the script, and In the finished movie that was released theatrically, Paul McGann is in the movie for quite literally like 45 seconds. I'm not even kidding. I know. I've seen the movie, and I'm a Paul McGann scholar. He was also in some movie called Doctor Who, the movie, playing a guy named Doctor Who. Now, I've never seen Doctor Who, and I've heard it's terrible. And it's not like Paul McGann's interpretation of the Doctor is not only my favorite version of the character, but I also own several action figures of him. Almost every audio drama he's been in, and I even cosplay as him. I don't do any of that because that would be stupid and undesirable. The point I'm trying to make is that Paul McGann is a great actor, and this movie really shows his range. But what really sucks is that Paul McGann getting cut from the movie in the theatrical version of Alien 3 kind of damages the movie. It kind of creates plot holes, Paul McGann not being in the movie. If you watch the assembly cut, Paul McGann's character Golik is a prisoner on the prison planet that the movie takes place on. And he, sort of becomes attached to the alien after it kills his friends and doesn't kill him. He thinks the alien spared him, and he has some weird religious devotion to it. And it's a major part of the assembly cut. But the theatrical cut, the one that the studio made, cut him out of the movie. So his entire character is now completely superficial to the movie. But they kept one important scene in the theatrical cut. And that's the part at the end of the movie where Golik frees the alien from getting killed by the other prisoners and Ripley. Here's why that's a problem. That character beat of him turning against everybody and saving the alien is led up to the entire assembly cut. It is not at all led up to in the theatrical cut. It just kind of looks like a random dude who's in the movie for one scene runs up and frees the alien. And everyone's like, what the fuck are you doing? And then he kind of opens it and he's like, ha! And then he gets killed. Charles Dance is incredible in the movie. He plays, what's his name? Clemens. His name's Clemens. He and Ripley have a really good relationship. I think one of the biggest issues of the movie, actually I'm not gonna, that's a spoiler, hold on. This is a terrible episode, oh my god. I'm filming this so impromptu because I'm so busy, but I promised everyone I would make a Rytalk12 this week. Because I didn't do one last week. Alien 3 is forever stuck as that one movie that it's like, I would argue it is the black sheep of the franchise. A lot of people say some of the later movies are more black sheepy. I think this is. Because it's so different from every other movie that's been put out in this franchise. It's set on a single planet. It has one character we recognize. And it's just her in a terrible, horrible predicament. And it ends in such a bleak, sad way. It's a really ballsy movie. And I think the movie deserves a lot more respect for being a ballsy movie. Whereas Aliens was a complete departure from the first movie. But you knew it would be successful. It was an action movie directed by James Cameron. He had just come off of Terminator. That would have been successful. And here we go with like a dystopian, dark, alien sci-fi prison drama. It is so masterfully done. It is brilliantly acted by Paul McGann and everyone else who's in the movie. It's so, I can't even like put it into words. Alien 3 is the movie that people kick. And I don't think it deserves to be kicked. Because people are so caught up with one cut of the movie. People don't know that the alternate cut of the movie exists. Because, if I'm not wrong, when you watch it on TV, it's the theatrical cut. Because it's shorter. It's significantly shorter. The theatrical cut is 1 hour 55 minutes, and I think the assembly cut is almost 2.5 hours. There's a lot of stuff there. And it's a fuller movie. It makes a lot more sense. It is a lot more stylistic. Because it's the movie that David Fincher wanted to make. Or at least it's the closest thing to the movie he wanted to make. Before the studio stepped in and said, you can't make the movie you want to make. And I don't know. This is a really messy episode. I just want to point out that I think Alien 3 deserves a lot more respect. I think people need to watch it more. Because there's a lot to say and there's a lot to gain from it, I think. Because when you are the black sheep of a group, you're automatically going to get looked down upon. But if you take your time and you get to know the black sheep, maybe it's not so black after all.
Thank you very much.
Again, I've mentioned this like 30 times. This is the messiest episode I've ever fucking done on this show. I am so busy. I've barely slept in like 2 weeks. I've barely eaten in 2 weeks. I just got so much stuff going on. I'm making a movie, and it's really stressing me out. Online school is a necessary evil, but it is still evil. I got work. It's just so much stuff going on, and I'm trying to keep sane, and I'm trying to keep up with these because I like making these. I like talking to the camera, right? Whether people watch the show or not. But thank you for watching. I'll be back. I barely drank this. I'll just down it after the camera goes off. Thanks for watching. This was fun. I like Alien 3 a lot. This was mostly dedicated to my friend Mark, because he's also a big Alien 3 fan. Watch Alien 3. Don't watch Alien Resurrection. Alien Resurrection sucks. I actually really like Prometheus. Prometheus has a lot of good ideas. If you want to talk about Prometheus, read the Alien Engineers script, which was the first draft of Prometheus. It's a significantly better take on that movie, and it's a full Alien prequel as opposed to a kind of Alien prequel. Anyway, I'm really tired, and I have to get this video out. So thanks for watching. Wear a mask and wash your hands. Mwah.